Hey guys, and welcome back to our podcast, Wanna Talk? I am your host, Gabby, and today I am joined with Drevid, Megan, Jace, and Jacob. Today we'll be debunking nerd stereotypes. But first, let's get into our surprise/mini topic. Do you guys want to say hi?
Hello.
Hi.
We're not on a mini topic. What's the mini topic?
Yeah,
Maybe
so
critiquing
let me
it,
give an
Jason.
explanation,
Jace?
because I've been saying surprise topic for the past, 3 episodes. So when I say surprise topic, it's a topic that they don't know I'm going to bring up. Because usually our main topics, they already know and they, can prepare. So today's surprise topic is, are we excited to go back to school?
Yay.
Well,
Gabby
No.
Oh.
No.
Gabby and I already talked about this.
Oh, yeah, we did.
No, that's trash. If school like a hybrid system, maybe, but not full online.
Yeah.
I don't learn anything from full online.
It's the equivalent to being excited for something to drop on the internet. It's like, yeah, it's there, but you're not really interacting with anything in it. You're just gonna be getting information.
Yeah. I also want to bring up something that you, Jacob, was that you said, I can't believe summer's going to be over.
Yeah.
13 days?
I feel like my summer is composed of all sitting down in front of a computer and going on walks. That's it. That's basically it.
Yeah,
And
I don't know. Oh, go ahead.
School year's gonna be like 2.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm
Yeah.
thinking is I still haven't bought a yearbook, and I think it's too
Oh,
late.
yeah, it's definitely too late.
Oh, distribution.
Oh
Is it-
my god, you're right, Jacob.
I sent a message saying that yearbook distributions were yesterday.
Yeah, but
Everyone looked
I
at
was-
me, no one responded.
no, I saw that. I was like, okay, maybe I'm it's very unlikely that I'm not gonna get a yearbook high school because senior year
Oh,
they're not gonna take screenshots of my stuff.
Actually,
That'd be kind of funny.
you guys thought I would.
Really?
Yeah, they're.
Wait,
That's hilarious.
Wait,
Yeah.
what
They're
happened
gonna
again?
they're gonna screenshot our Zoom calls.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Your mom comes in the background, your teacher prepares the screenshot.
So is there gonna be a random student that's gonna join our Zoom call and be like, "Hey, I'm part of your book."
No,
Can you
they're
guys-
asking people to take screenshots during stuff, like when we're doing activities or something, and then they're gonna go ask around for pictures.
Wow.
I refuse.
I did not think about that, Jacob.
You know-
Always, I was thinking senior year, yearbook. I did not want it just didn't come up that we're not gonna have a normal yearbook for senior
Yeah.
year.
See, people before were looking at me like, why are you getting a yearbook for every year? They're like, you're crazy. Just get one senior year. That's the only one that matters.
No, I didn't.
Not anymore.
Jeez.
No, my family's like glad too to get one senior year, but I didn't want one senior year because I knew so many upperclassmen from the past 2 years.
Aw.
So for me, it's like, what's the point of getting it senior year? Because I don't know anybody besides our year. That's boring.
It's the opposite because I know most people. I barely know anybody from upperclassmen and barely know anybody below our class. It's everyone's in this year for me. So,
Really?
yeah,
I
know
knew some
a lot
upperclassmen.
before us.
I knew 2 upperclassmen. That's
We're
about it.
Drevid. We're the upperclassmen now. We're the
Oh,
seniors.
Yeah.
well,
I mean, it's not gonna mean anything. You
Yeah.
know how they say seniors, they're supposed to control the school, but school's not really
yeah. What are we?
existing.
See, what's gonna happen? We're gonna hack into the database for Zoom calls.
Can you imagine next year double orientation for both freshmen and sophomores?
Oh yeah, that's actually wow.
Okay, I'm thinking. I'm also thinking now. You know the school events, where it's school
The
spirit.
Dry directors.
Yeah.
I found out who one of them are.
What's gonna happen to the school spirit? Are we gonna in our Zoom call? They're gonna check for wearing the purple shirt. Something.
Virtual school spirit week.
Yeah, that's true.
Did
I mean,
anyone
it's
do
easier.
that?
Yeah,
I did.
no.
I did. Actually, no. Never mind.
No.
I wore one of the shirts as pajamas. And I was like, wow,
Oh yeah.
I'm nice.
I did
Very happy about that.
I did 2 of the spirit days and then I got tired after that.
Nice.
Well, I don't have social media, so
But that's
okay.
about to change for us, right, Megan?
Yeah. So I think Gabby and I can both agree that we're somewhat excited. Well, okay, somewhat like curious about the first week, but after that, yeah, no.
It'd be so boring.
We just want to see how it's gonna work.
See,
And
What?
it's probably gonna get really boring after the first week.
Oh yeah.
I was debating on getting a job, and then I was like, oh, because if it's the same thing as like sophomore or junior year, then I'll have time, easy. And then I realized we're gonna have scheduled Zoom calls, and then I was like, well, that idea
I
is out.
know.
Crazy.
I know
Yeah.
that's stupid.
But I mean, that's the only way we're gonna learn. It's just force that.
No, because it's so dumb. Because if it's a Zoom call, what's to stop people like me from just getting a screen capture of my image and just plastering it and saying
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
The
They
fact-
could do random checks and be like, okay, I want everyone to raise your hand right now. Like, you know how they have random class checks?
Something else, and you get in trouble.
Then you're not focusing in class.
Taking notes.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah,
what if
focusing.
we're having like a family emergency during the Zoom call?
I
Like,
think they would understand.
yeah, but like, imagine having to tell the teacher and eventually the whole class, like, excuse me, sorry, something came up, I'll have to go, and then you leave.
Yeah.
Or your family's like really invested in you getting a good grade, so you're like, okay, mom, dad, I need you to fake a fire in the kitchen, please. I feel like that could happen.
Do they even need to fake the fire? They can't smell or hear it.
They could
So, like,
honestly
you-
just like say, "Oh no, there's a fire," and then they're like, "Okay, bye guys."
I have to go. Dart out.
To go.
It does make me excited for if our school's gonna have a high school reunion when it's over, because it'll
That's
just make
Oh,
it'll make me excited because I wouldn't have seen people, and seeing how people have changed would be nice. If Corona does end within the next couple years,
I feel like it had.
Has
it
to
will.
be every 10 years.
Every
Yeah.
10 years. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
Y'all better go.
I always
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you. Yeah, we're 10 years busy. Sorry, Jim.
Busy living, traveling Europe at that time.
Wow.
Well, I mean,
You'll have time to travel. You can make. There's no guarantee that you'll be traveling all that time. Trust me, I'm gonna
true.
travel.
have you not met my plan?
I'm
of
literally
life?
going with you when you go to Europe. Remember?
That's the second time I'm going to Europe. The first time I'm going by myself.
Oh, my bad. Good luck
What
in Venice.
exhibit is this, Drevid?
What do you
This
mean?
argument?
Oh.
Yeah, what's
I
going
think
on?
it's exhibit, I think it's H. I think it's H.
Wait,
What is happening?
it might be. Oh, this is, I think, on the first podcast. Drevid made exhibits each time Jace would bring up an argument.
Argument that I'm just saying I'm not gonna be able to make it. I'm busy that day.
Exhibit H.
This quite literally has a 10-year plan.
Yes,
Literally.
exactly. Thank you, Jacob. Jacob understands.
Yeah.
This garbage truck. Oh
I think that's
boy.
all
See,
we have,
disruptions right here.
that's all we have to say about school openings because kind of trash. Not gonna lie.
No,
Yeah.
it's
It can only get better from here, though.
No,
It sucks.
you're not wrong.
In classes, one of the best part about classes, it's the people, and yet
Yeah.
you're gonna be in a class with all those people. And you can't really interact with anyone outside of class anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just gonna be weird. You see people that you either know or don't know, and if you know them, then and you haven't talked to them in a while, but you're friends, quote unquote, but you don't hang out with them. They're not in your friend group, And
Like, I'm really sad.
yeah,
Because it is.
That is sad, huh?
It's just
That
being
makes
alone
sense.
in your room and you're not gonna be able to talk. Like, the main thing about starting of the new school year is comparing schedules, and what's the point of that this year? You know what I mean?
And one of the best parts of school, you get to talk. You're talking to people during class, talking to them during passing period. When you're in the class, you're trying to get to know your classmates in your class, and that's it just.
I feel like conversations in that context, there's so much missing when you're just doing a Zoom call because,
So
like I read
talking.
I read something. Yeah, it's like you also people like what's it called? Unknowingly read other people's body language and like the way they act, and that can't be simulated through text or virtual calls. I feel like I guess that it would make it a lot worse. I
You
think.
know, virtual calls, I feel like it makes so many of us self-conscious. You
True.
can hear us,
I
right?
can't stop looking at myself. I don't mean that in a narcissistic way, but I mean that like I get so nervous.
Yeah,
So-
I know that even though everyone feels the same, and like they're probably more worried about their own appearance, I can't help but feel that way. And like that's not something I feel in real life.
It's different, basically. It's far different. It's way worse. Way worse.
I feel like they should have just gone with the same plan we had junior year, because at least then we could learn at our own pace.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then the teacher should have just given us like soft deadlines for when to do homeworks and stuff.
It just
Maybe.
depends on the teacher, and you don't know what they're planning like per school, you know.
Like there's this one video I saw from Flippin' Physics. I think I sent it to you, Gabla, or maybe I sent it to Megan. It's based.
Someone.
It's like flipped classroom, so the students teach themselves at home, right?
Oh yeah. I did that in
Just do-
middle
Reverse
school.
classroom with a neighbor.
And then we can do asynchronous learning or relearn from like the videos he makes, and then we can have Zoom calls, like optional Zoom calls, if we need more assistance.
See, that was an issue. I hated watching videos from the teachers. I absolutely hated it.
Yeah.
I got so lazy after like I went with it for the first couple weeks, and then like towards the end, I just got so lazy and tired of having to watch them.
That's
What?
why I'm scared.
Teachers do like hour lectures.
I
feel
can't
like
do that way.
they should make it bite-sized. Be like 3 10-minute videos
Mm.
instead of like a full 30 to 45-minute video.
Mm-hmm.
Because like if it's that long, you're already gonna be like, I don't want to watch
Yeah,
it.
it causes the student to lose interest within like the first 20 minutes, and like the next 20 minutes, it's just gonna go over the student's head.
Yeah, but even the idea of watching that many videos.
Well, that's why they would open it up like, here, finish this video, do the notes on that video.
I don't.
Yeah,
After
I feel
you-
like there's more movement, like what you're explaining.
like after you put the video in, then the next video in that series opens up.
See, the thing I like about this new system is that it's probably better for us because we're actually because I learned really well like this, but obviously it's just really super inconvenient.
Yeah, but if people are like me, because I get distracted, and being on a computer learning, I get like there's so many urges to just because like there's nobody stopping me from stop what I'm doing and go on to like basically the equivalent of going on my phone.
Games.
Yeah, but because like besides schools, you're more pressured, or like the atmosphere causes it to be more, in my mind, competitive.
100%.
Oh yeah.
Like I kind of need that. Like in my mind, I need that, but like it's not like doing stuff by myself is like necessarily harder. It's just way boring, way more boring.
No, there's no energy in virtual calls. Like in real life, you draw so much energy from the people in your room.
Yeah.
And in your classroom, and here it's just like.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss like those little funny moments and inside jokes of a classroom.
And like
Everyone
people still
here can understand except Jace. From our C push class.
Yeah. Do you remember that, Dabs? From our cap class, phalanges?
Oh, yeah. I miss that. So I guess it's like Megan said, I know Megan and I are like excited just for like at least the first week, just to like, you know, feel it out. It is something new. We're excited just for like the new aspect of it. But other than that, we're kind of like really saddened.
Yeah.
So I guess it's safe to say that we're not, at least us in this group right here, we're not so excited for school.
Seems senior year. We already got senioritis. There's no need.
Oh my,
I
that.
got senioritis. The moment we went distance learning.
No senior sunrise, we're just all gonna FaceTime.
Wait, what's senior sunrise?
What's
that?
close to the school.
Can you watch the sunrise?
I live close enough.
Ooh.
I can go watch the sunrise and then just FaceTime everybody. I could FaceTime everybody in
Oh,
your
you
nation.
should. Yeah, go to the school and do that.
And then I'll just hold you guys like by my chest.
Oh.
It just got completely weird after that sentence.
It made me sad.
Moving on.
No.
So come.
Yeah, moving on to
I'll-
the main topic and not to Jason's chest. Ugh.
Oh, I just realized. My bad. Should have phrased it better.
Next time.
Yeah.
But I saw your intention. It was good.
It
good
was.
intention.
Okay. I think I can safely say we're pretty excited for this podcast's main topic, right?
No.
I almost forgot. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. I almost forgot it. Oopsie.
How have you forgotten all these topics when you've known all of these topics?
I basically live this topic. It's my life. Okay. Who's going? It's an open discussion, right? So there's no turns.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
no turns.
Okay.
Okay. So let me start with the definition of a nerd from Wikipedia. A nerd is a person seen as overly intellectual, obsessive, introverted, or lacking social skills. So what do we think of that first sentence?
It's just
varies.
It varies, yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that, the whole purpose why we're debunking nerd stereotypes is because we're called Nerd Nation. So I wouldn't say we're overly intellectual or obsessive. At least us.
Yeah, I'd agree.
I feel like that's just something from the past that people just held on to. It's not really reflective of today's views and values.
Yeah. Although I do know some students who can be overly obsessive.
Oh, for top 10.
Oh yeah, anyone that's top 10 is overly obsessive.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait,
We don't talk about that.
Wait a sec.
Moving on.
Here we go. The next part. Introverted or lacking social skills. I feel like that. No.
Yeah, I feel like introverted, but not to lacking.
The title.
What do you mean?
Because nerds, it's just a lot of people judge them, so I feel like that's a reason that they're
introverted.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say we're lacking social skills.
I
wouldn't say that because we're, at least for us in this group, we're pretty social, and I would say other people who would be deemed as nerds are pretty social. But Megan's right. I think introverted in the sense we're
not as popular.
Yeah, and just more afraid of being open, I guess.
Yeah.
Honestly, I have a problem with the term popularity and people always striving for it. I don't mind it, but at the same time, sometimes it feels like, you just have to do stuff just for other people's, for their attention. And you don't need to do that. Like, a lot of people have a whole bunch of friends and stuff like that. And then they're like, oh, wow, that person must be very successful and popular. But, most of those people, not going to be rude, it's kind of true. They probably don't really care about that person at all. It's just kind of fact.
Yeah, our school popularity isn't really a factor in making friends.
It really isn't. I think our school's okay. It's not the typical, Disney Channel high school where there's cliques and all that.
No, I wouldn't say that. There's cliques, but all cliques are equal. There's not, one over popular, one over not.
I think they merge with each other.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that too. Next part. So a nerd is such a person may spend inordinate amounts on time. I can't read. Oh my god. On unpopular, little known, or non-mainstream activities, which are generally either high technical, abstract, or relating to topics of science fiction or fantasies.
Does this mean books?
What do you mean?
Books?
It sounds like board games, video games, and
Retro.
maybe,
It sounds yeah.
Kind of accurate.
It
but
is
now
kind
everyone
of.
kind of does that though.
Yeah.
I feel like it varies between the person's like background also.
I feel like that's just a hobby and
Mhm.
just a coincidence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
like nowadays, people are like so focused on trying to get where like they want to be in the future for their job, so they often like study in something like that, and that's most of the time a highly technical field. So it's like everyone does that. People who are athletes now, people who are focused on academics, everyone. It's just
I don't do that.
Sure.
I never study ahead.
What's
What?
the equation for spin related to?
Stop.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Stop.
Says the person, I already know calculus, PC.
It's Calc 1 and Calc 2. It was easy to get.
Oh boy.
Oh jeez.
Moving on.
Moving on. Okay, next. I think this is like the character traits and personality. Additionally, many so-called nerds are described as being shy, quirky, and unattractive.
Question: what does it mean to be quirky? I've heard it, but like I'm not sure if I have the right
I
idea
don't
of
know.
that
Like
word in
I
my
can
mind.
envision, like when people
Odd.
say, like, "Oh, she's so quirky," like she likes.
I would
I
think
don't
it
know,
means
she's just
wacky,
different.
like a little bit like wacky or something.
Yeah,
but-
wacky or odd behavior that you wouldn't expect a person to like.
so just weird,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not in a bad way.
Well, let's see.
Different.
Apparently,
Yeah,
quirky
different.
means to be characterized by peculiar or unexpected traits.
So not in a bad way.
Yeah, so kind of
Just like something that's surprising or something.
a normal weird. I think that's how it sounds.
A normal weird.
Like if someone can speak Japanese and took like an AP Japanese class, like that you wouldn't expect.
An acceptable weirdness,
What are
but
the-
not on. It's on the edge of crazy.
Or being too weird.
I feel like
Yeah.
I was targeted by that.
Drevid.
Yeah. I don't-
I was targeted definitely. Okay, buddy.
I don't think
in
you were
terms of being
third.
shy. Oh.
Oh no, sorry.
Oh, you're totally targeted, Drevid. Totally. I was only talking about not actual person that took AP Japanese.
In terms of being shy, going back to what Megan said, it's just on personality. It doesn't really mean it's like you're a nerd, so you're shy. It really depends.
You could just be a shy person and not be a nerd, I think.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, that definitely applies, but I would think like just because you're human, you can be shy, not because you're a nerd. You're shy.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Quirky. I don't know how to.
I think that kind of works because at some point everyone in their lives is a little bit quirky, but like to hold that like persona for a long time, I think that's a wrong stereotype. But I think everyone at some point is a little bit, right?
Are you
I
saying
would
like,
agree.
there's no way there's just a person that's just bland and just like ordinary. Because no one's
this is like
naturally ordinary.
challenge
Yeah.
accepted?
Oh my god.
Please
Well,
don't.
this is like a stereotype. So when I'm thinking like Disney Channel. So when they say the word quirky, I think they're thinking like, oh, don't take this offensively, guys, but like, oh, they like Pokemon or like.
Yeah, I was thinking that, but I wasn't gonna say it. So thank you for saying that for me.
Yeah, versus a cool kid
No
who likes
Like-
sports. You know what I mean?
sports. Watch football.
Nice.
I think that's what they mean by quirky. But like what Jacob said, I think everyone is quirky in their own ways, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And I
Wouldn't
just
that make
don't like
everyone-
this last one. Oh, go ahead.
Nothing. Never mind.
And I just don't like this last one. Unattractive. It's so mean.
Yeah, that's pretty offensive.
I mean, have you seen all of us? It's kind of accurate. Kind of accurate.
Yeah, I was,
Oh
I
my
was
Some
gonna
of us
make
get
a
Take
joke.
this man
No.
out.
some of us gets
Yeah, I was
numbers
gonna
on the
make a
daily.
joke, dude.
Jay, some of us gets numbers on the daily, as I've been told at least.
Okay.
Yeah, because Jace always does math. That's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Always does
let's
math.
let's go with that. He does math.
1 + 1 is 3, guys. I got you.
Oh my god. I think again, someone who's attractive. It's what's that phrase? It's just all in the eye of the beholder, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I can be like the most unattractive person in the world, but have the biggest ego, and to say, I am so good looking, no one could tell me otherwise.
Sounds like someone now. Drevid.
Are you
Oh.
lying? Because this is about to be exhibit like I. 'Cause, like, I don't want to do this.
Jeb's like, have you seen me? Jeez.
I do not have an ego. Not in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
slightest.
Everyone has an ego, psychologically speaking.
That's
and you
true.
also-
If you don't have an
doing this,
ego,
Jay.
and we have
We're not going to exhibit Jay. Please stop.
technically, I am correct by my definition that you do have
Oh
an
my Exhibit J.
Jay.
Okay, now let's go to some of the stereotypes that you guys put. So
you might want to skip a couple of them.
so we have weak physically, of course.
Which now this doesn't apply at all.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I
Yeah.
really hate again the Disney Channel. Like, oh, nerds hate PE.
And
Like,
like
I think
they
everyone
get pushed
hates
into
it.
a locker.
Yeah.
I know that
Oh, I
scene.
hate
Oh my
that.
god.
I've always wondered how it would feel to be pushed into a locker.
Yeah, same. And I always had that idea where like I'm gonna be pushed into a locker someday, and then I'm gonna be like, you know what, it doesn't matter, and then I'm gonna be super okay. Never happened. Too bad our school is just too good.
No, we just
Jeez.
don't have lockers except for PE, which sucks.
That's true.
I wanted to experience, like, I was like, can someone pretend to? I just want to know,
No,
like, is it horrible?
You're
Does it
basically
suck?
asking somebody to bully you. You're like, can you just please be mean to me?
I
I
just
know
want
you're just so
to
kind.
exhibit it, or I feel it.
Makes
I'm
sense.
curious. But yeah, it doesn't apply now.
Yeah.
I don't
Nerds,
think so.
nerds now are both very strong and
Yeah.
also very, very athletic, so it doesn't apply.
And yeah, and it depends on the person. Doesn't mean that you don't like physical activity or isn't, I guess, strong. It doesn't mean that you're just a nerd that you prefer to be inside playing video games and whatever.
Mhm.
Okay, next one.
Did
We're
you-
only about academics.
Yes, that's
I
not true at all.
wait.
I'm on the fence.
I feel like academics are an important part being
Mhm.
played, but they like as you guys have said previously, they can focus on things like sports and stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I would say that we are. I don't know about overachievers, but we do try hard at academics.
Nope.
Yeah.
Try again.
What?
Okay. Well,
Oh
everybody.
God, Jace.
Why do I need to try hard if I can just go to class, get all the information I need, and then just
yeah, we just
So-
talked about ego, Jace. Come on. You don't want to bring that up now.
I won't go into
Thank
college.
you, Jacob. Next one.
Next one.
Yeah, bad eyesight or big glasses. I don't know what.
I'm not. That's not a stereotype, but it's more of a what's it called? How should I
Like
say?
computer wizard. Like they know how to use a computer. Is that what you mean?
I think that coincides with it. I think actually that kind of is true. I'm like, the more I think about it, kind of, at least from my experiences with nerds, air quotes,
Mhm.
I think that's kind of true. It's more than the average person, I
I
think.
don't know. There's a lot of decently athletic people that I know who are also
Yeah,
very
I
good
know
with computers.
a person could be athletic and a nerd, right? Yeah.
Well, actually, that's the stereotype. They can't.
Okay, well, that's wrong.
That's our.
Okay.
That's our-
By the way, this is Jacob's list. It says his is more like contains more like appearance. So let
Yeah.
me list some of the ones that I also got. So there's bad eyesight, which means you would need glasses. The stereotype is like big glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Also, someone said braces, sweater vest.
Nice.
Uh,
By the way, half of the stuff I put there, I
Uh-huh.
got from High School Musical. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying.
yeah. Apparently, nerds just go with big glasses.
I think big glasses are cool.
I think so. I think they're nice.
I mean, if you have glasses, you just have glasses. That's about it.
I know. I think
Imagine,
it's just coincidence.
Megan, imagine having glasses.
Don't you have glasses?
Wait, you have glasses too?
Shh, they didn't need to know that. Why you guys?
Why were you targeting people?
I was targeting 2 of you in specifically.
But,
Oh,
like,
thank
why?
you. Only 2. Wow.
Only 2. The third one, I won't say who I wasn't targeting.
I'm confused now.
Yes, ma'am.
Moving on.
Okay,
not-
next. Can't sport. I think we already established this. That anyone can do sports if that's your thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. But Jacob said except for chess.
Oh yeah.
I can say, being a part of Nerd Nation, I really hate board games like chess.
Huh?
I'm sorry.
Okay, chess
I
isn't
don't
a
have
board
patience
game.
for that.
It's a sport, okay?
Nice, you got
It's
offended.
not a board game.
It's not.
It's not.
Okay.
See how many
So-
people
I'm
turned
so
against you when you said
sorry.
that?
There's only 2. But
Okay.
I don't know how to play this chess, so I don't
Well,
really
you're
know
not
how it is.
nerds.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that, I guess.
Back off.
Get kicked out of Nerd Nation.
Feels bad, man. One of the founding members kicked out just because he never played
You
chess.
don't play
Yikes.
chess. That's
Gabla,
like
Gabla,
that's like a
just remember,
jock not playing any sports.
No, I don't think it's the same thing.
Gabla, I have the power here. You want to take it back?
I don't like that threat you're doing, Jace.
I don't like it either. I'm the host of this podcast, my dude.
Yeah, but I can accidentally like do something to where we're at the podcast.
I don't like your threat, honestly. I really don't.
You want to take
Please
it back, Gabla?
I can't.
Do it.
I'm sorry. I'm okay. To be honest, I have a bias because I've never
Okay.
played chess, but I've seen people play chess, and I die of boredom.
Huh?
What?
What?
Board game.
How?
What are you-
Oh, that makes no sense.
Too many people are offended. Yeah.
It's
I'm
chess.
so sorry.
You're gonna either have to
Look,
stop or apologize. One of those 2.
How do you?
Okay, I'm sorry. I respect the quote unquote sport, and I respect that you
Well-
guys like it, but chess is just not my
Wait
thing.
until the chess community listens to this.
Uh-huh. Wait, just wait. They're gonna.
I'm
Yeah, they're
sorry.
gonna hit you with the
I'm
checkmate.
scared.
Okay, wait for it.
They're gonna final game.
Yeah.
Bam, check.
Wait, I have a question then. Since you guys are in the chess community, do chess people hate checkers? Or if someone says, "Oh, I like checkers better than chess," what do they think
I
about
think-
that?
I think it's the same person people who watch The Office and also watch Parks and Recreation. It's like they're not a fan of it, and people who say it's better, they disagree, but they let them have their own boundaries.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I think.
it's a respectful community, unlike.
Yeah, chess is a game of respect. I think.
I agree. I agree.
Respect. It's
yeah.
a game of war.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well.
Okay.
This
That
was an
was a big
argument that shouldn't
tangent.
have.
That was a big tangent.
I'm so sorry.
We knew this.
Okay.
We wouldn't have said anything.
Next one. Inability to speak with the opposite gender. I feel like that applies to everyone.
Yeah,
feel
that
like
applies to
it's-
everyone. That applies to everyone.
Talking
Or
to
just
like,
whoever you like.
it's not that hard though.
You
just
really
go-
don't make me expose you.
Stop!
Jace.
Stop!
Please.
It, stop! It.
Please.
You're digging a hole. You're digging a hole.
Don't make
in
me do
yourself.
this. I don't want to.
Jace, you should like yeah.
Okay.
I'll slowly roll
You know
there,
what's
but
good for you?
There's so much I can say, honestly.
you're basically giving the police evidence on your own case.
Wait.
That's the equivalent to what's happening here.
Wait. Drevid, potassium.
Yes, of course it's potassium.
Okay.
But there's also other stuff too. There's chlorine as well.
That wasn't my fault. I actually did do what I was.
Oh
how
my
long did it take me to
God.
convince you? How long did it take me to convince you to do it? You're like, oh no, that's not the case.
Okay.
And I'm
Can
like,
Can I add
Exhibit K.
nicknames using elements as part of the list? Because I'm starting to think that fit perfectly.
no, because that's just an isolated situation.
Okay, buddy. Fine. I retract my statement, but it's still easy.
You
Okay.
can't.
Depends
You
on the
You
person.
can't retract it and say it's easy. That's the same thing.
Exhibit L. No, it's K.
No,
Okay,
we're
yeah.
that's okay. Yeah,
Is it Exhibit
So-
L?
that's
No,
okay.
I think
it's
it's
the
K.
technically same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so
I would
confused
also
on that.
say the inability to speak. I think another stereotype is that we stutter. You know,
Mm-hmm. I think
I
it's
don't
just
think that's
the.
true.
Yeah, that's
Wait.
not true.
I just remembered a thing. Jay stuttered when he was trying to talk to this one girl, and he fits both. And
Exposed.
ironically, it was easy. That was actually hilarious.
After the podcast, you're gonna have to remind me who it was.
Oh, I can remind you who it was. It was Potassium.
Oh.
Forgot like half the periodic table. Listen to this conversation.
Oh yeah. For people who are wondering, we made a periodic table to.
He made it
Well, you helped develop it.
after you made it.
Well,
One of the founding fathers. Let's go with that.
Not
Jared.
it. Not it.
after
Jared's one of the founding fathers.
Dante and I made it because it wasn't just my idea. So after Dante and I made it, Drevid came in and helped fix it up a little bit, and so now the periodic table stands for the entire group's crushes.
Dang.
Over
I
the
didn't know that.
Wait, when'd you add Gabby into this? You forcefully added her into that one.
Oh, wait, do I
Yeah.
have an element for myself?
Do
Do
you
I have
have
Yeah,
one?
do we all have elements? Wait, hold up.
Oh, you mean for like our own for us?
Yeah,
as a
wait,
people?
I forgot. Do
Oh
I
no, it's just for the person you're interested in. Otherwise,
Okay.
because why would we need? Why would we need to? Honestly,
That's true. I
element.
can't wait to be an outsider hearing this conversation and just being
Yeah.
confused on hearing potassium? No, wait. What is going on?
someone writes in the comments, "LOL, nerds."
True though. On the topic of nerds, let's continue.
Uh-huh.
Okay, the next ones are we're obsessed with video games and know a lot about TV shows. We're bookworms and comic book knowledge.
I hate
Actually, I think every nerds apply to like a portion of each one of those. Because like,
Mhm.
if to be a nerd, I think you have to be a part of at least one of the groups that you mentioned, one or more. I think that fits.
I think that fits with nerd. I would have to agree.
Because if you're if you don't partake in any of those, what would make you a nerd if you don't do any of those things that you've mentioned?
Well, then there's the stereotype of just being really smart.
the weird people.
Jace, you're trying really hard not to relate to any of these. Are you ashamed?
I'm not ashamed.
You actually are.
I'm just
Don't
not.
make me expose you again, please. Just stop talking.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to agree with Jacob.
Okay.
So next, we're introverted, awkward. I got that one. Acne, and someone said that nerds are innocent.
Innocent?
Innocent.
I don't know what they meant.
Wouldn't they? Shouldn't they not be innocent because they should know more than most people? If we're going with the stereotypes.
I don't.
Let's skip that one because that one can get very.
From what I know, the nerd in High School Musical actually had like a bad scene, so I think that's wrong. There you go.
Oh,
The movie
I
of
think she meant like
stereotype.
innocent that we're goody two shoes.
Oh.
Oh.
I agree. I'm sorry.
I'm not. I mean, honest.
Go ahead.
Maybe I don't know.
I don't like breaking rules.
I don't know if that can be applied to everyone.
That's true though.
I'm trying to think of. Yeah, I think no, it doesn't apply to everyone. I agree. I think that only applies to some people. Because you can be a rude, non-goody two-shoe nerd. I think.
I mean, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
Go ahead.
no, nothing. Sorry.
Okay. I think introverted, like we discussed, it just depends on the person. And, again, there's that stereotype in the air. So, of course, we're going to be more, I guess, shelled to be yourself. We discussed the stutter. Acne, that is, oh my God. I really hate that. But, apparently, non-nerds, don't have acne, are just beautiful.
I think that's also of some people, but that's not. Oh, that doesn't apply to all.
Of course, I think that's just a human being thing.
Yeah.
And then braces is just another human being thing.
Does that mean when these stereotypes were alive, that if you were born with poor set of teeth, a poor set of teeth, and genetics that only allowed for acne, you were born a nerd then?
I guess.
Wait.
That's a good question. Where did the stereotypes come from?
Because that person has acne and braces, and they're only a 4-year-old. I think no, not 4-year-old. A kid. Dang, that person's already a nerd. I guess.
I don't know.
That's where it works.
That's where it works.
Wait, did you guys hear about how the school districts, some of them have or they're making people make wills?
What?
Yeah, because of the whole COVID thing, right?
What?
Yeah, so
Wow.
I'm not completely
It's pretty cool.
Cool.
Okay.
Will.
Yeah, but no, they're writing letters and stuff, right? And they're making wills and yeah, because if someone dies from COVID and they're
That is so.
I guess the school is just being prepared for anything.
Specific things where they have to sign something or write a statement or something how they won't sue the school if someone dies.
Wait. Well, do you think English teachers will help the students?
Let's not. That seems that's
MLA format.
Let's
Jacob.
I'm sorry.
That is so.
That's crazy.
That is so scary. Imagine being 8 years old and already writing.
Oh wait.
Oh my God.
Wait.
I'm not sure if it's the students or the parents.
Okay. Now that I have the idea that kids can do it, that makes what I said kind of weird. Huh.
Moving on.
Ignore what I said.
God. That got dark really fast.
Well,
next, we have Comic-Con and anime and Pocket Protector.
Oh, yeah. I think
Someone
that
elaborate on the
Pocket Protectors? So, Pocket Protectors, I've always wanted one. Not in a weird way. Okay, so Pocket Protectors is this sleeve of plastic that fits perfectly in your pocket. That it's basically like laminating a piece of paper, but you're laminating the inside of your pocket. So that if you were to put a pencil, it wouldn't write inside the pocket, ruining the clothing if washed, or a pen. Yeah, so it basically makes a plastic sleeve. That's it. So if you can pour water in it, yeah, or anything. It's perfect, and you can remove it and clean out what's inside. I sound like an infomercial. Yeah. But I think those are just dead now. Nobody buys those.
Oh, they sound kind of cool.
Now I kind of want one even more. Jeez.
And Comic-Con and anime. While I was researching nerd stereotypes, geek came up. And I think the definition of geek is just someone who's interested in something enough that they put time into that. So I think I wouldn't call anyone who goes to Comic-Con they're geeks. It depends. It's just on the person again. If you like superheroes or right, that's Comic-Con, and I know Supernatural is Comic-Con. If you just really like something that relates to Comic-Con and you just want to go, I don't think that should put you as a nerd or a geek. That's just a
I agree.
fan.
I agree.
Indeed.
In anime, again, it's just I'm a person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's our list. Anyone else got some nerd stereotypes?
That's all. I'm still running through the. No,
Man.
I think that sums up the basic
The basic, yeah.
that were held for nerds.
Do you
I
know where the outfit came from? Like bow tie, suspenders.
Oh yeah.
Because I have never seen anyone wear that unless you were on purpose going to dress
For
up
Halloween, I
as a nerd
saw like a
stereotype.
group. For Halloween, I saw a group dressed as nerds.
Well,
then,
again,
like,
that's
yeah.
Halloween, but I mean, like on
Yeah.
purpose.
I'm not sure. Like, I'm gonna Google it actually.
It
Where
was
does the
What, Drews?
it was the outfit that a lot of Poindexters wore because during the time, I forget what time we lived in. I think it was probably like somewhere in Europe. But I believe the Poindexter was basically the precursor to the nerd, in which the Poindexter would wear things to stay like blended into the background. And during that time, that was like suspenders, white t-shirts, and khaki pants.
Hmm.
With like a
Did not know
bowler hat like, left for glasses.
Poindexter?
Mm-hmm.
I never heard of that.
Yeah, I've never heard of a Poindexter. No,
Poindexters are just the original people who are like nerds.
but what were before nerds?
A Poindexter, I
Okay, what was before a Poindexter then?
don't know.
Because
I don't-
like you said, Poindexter is another name for nerd.
No,
Well-
it was
The
precursor.
origin, the precursor.
Yeah.
So did it like evolve to become a nerd?
I guess.
Where does the
Maybe.
word even originate?
Well,
Nerd
derog-
origin.
term.
Nerd.
Nerd was a derogatory term when it first came out, but now
Yeah.
it's like popular culture.
Oh, okay. So it started as the word nerd in
Nerd?
nerd in 1940s, meaning crazy person or
Oh my-
nuts.
Oh,
And then it was popularized during
Dang.
in the 70s and slowly turned into the word nerd, not nerd. Huh.
that's kind of offensive when you
Yeah.
think about it. That nerd came from nerd, which means crazy people. I honestly think if we're going with the stereotype of nerds, I think we're the least to
Yeah, we're
be
far
crazy.
from that.
Yeah.
I will gladly disagree. I think we're all crazy.
What's a little bit of insanity among friends, honestly?
Yeah. Like if you're not crazy and insane with your friends, are they really your friends?
And are you actually trying? And are you like actually yourself? Then you're not.
Exactly. See, I told you, Drevid and I don't argue all the time. We come to some cohesive agreements.
All
Ugh.
I'm saying
All of
is,
us reacted to that.
Moving on.
Moving on. Drevid trying to save Jason.
I mean, I still stand by what he says, but apparently this is going to be some awkward silence, and this is a podcast, so we can't.
I
We
can
kind of
edit
can't.
it out.
wait, so I can just say anything then?
I mean,
I just start cursing? No.
I mean, you technically can. It's harder if other people talk with you
Hmm.
to edit things out. But if I stop talking right now and you just say anything, no one would ever know.
I just start cursing.
I like how you said, I like how you chose to say when you were about to say Jace. But it's okay, because I paused to make sure that you can edit that out. Let's
Thank
go.
you. Okay, I think we're done, guys. Right?
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
talking for 2 hours.
It's been 2 hours?
No, it's been 53 minutes.
Let's have a 3-hour podcast. Let's do it, guys. Right now.
God.
Yeah, let's just have
Who
a
would
marathon.
listen to that? Oh, I know Joe Rogan's episodes can last 3 hours. Jeez.
Talk about more controversial stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, if we controversial stuff, everyone's gonna kill me. So let's not do that.
Oh yeah.
Can we have you could just do that that's not recorded or something. That's your choice.
Oh yeah, we've actually done that when it's not recorded.
Hmm. Technically, you could just do it right now.
I'll just cut it out.
Do what right now?
Nothing.
Wait. So, is it more
Wow,
work?
you sounded so incriminating.
I don't think we should do
you
it.
guys want to leave a positive message to the audience.
Oh yes.
And like in terms of like just the topic of nerds.
Here's my message. Okay. Because of Corona, you can't really. It's not nice to call people that. That would be cyberbullying. So, when school starts, don't do it. Okay, there you go. That's my message. It's
It's
easier.
okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to be a nerd. Nerd is a good thing. And I end the quote because my AP human teacher told me that.
Facts.
Anyone else?
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
Yeah. Going along with what you guys said, just be happy with who you are at the end of the day. Like literally, life is way too short. I know it's hard, but life is way too short to care about what people think. And also, like at the end of the day, you have to think about it that if you're a nerd, sadly, there are people that are just gonna be like, ew, nerd. But the same thing goes with jocks. There's gonna be people like, ew, jocks. Like at the end of the day, there's always gonna be someone who, or a group of people who just will not like who you are. And as sad as that is, that's why it's important that you just be yourself. Because I know it's hard to accept, but you're never gonna be able to please everyone.
That's true.
Preach.
So don't waste your time on negative energy.
Life is like a hurricane.
Chase, you can't sing. Please stop.
Race
No,
cars,
copyright, shut up!
It's
No.
a scuffler.
Wow, it looks like we're probably out of time. Hopefully, please.
We are. Okay.
Cut that out.
Time for
Cut
an
that out.
intro.
Don't cut that out. You should
No,
like.
I won't.
Perfect.
Okay. Anyways, thank you guys for listening. Again, sorry if we're a little bit messy. This is something new, an open conversation with no order. Again, we're still new to this. At the moment, you can find this podcast on our YouTube channel, Nerd Nation. But I'm still working on getting it on Apple Podcasts, Google, Spotify, etc. Make sure you tune in. I can't speak today. Make sure you tune in next Wednesday for another episode. Thank you again, and bye.
Bye.